Now we're going to take a look at overall essay organization, how the entire essay is tied together. As you have seen in the introduction of the essay video, you know that you'll have a warm-up, a thesis, and a forecast in the essay. The forecast will tell us what's coming up in the essay. In this case, the forecast is, and it should almost always be at the end of the introduction, and it tells us what's coming up in the essay. So in this one, it tells us makeup of plastic, yearly production of plastic, amount of plastic will be the three next topics in the essay. So if we look at that, we go, let's see, makeup, production, and amount. Let's see if we followed that in the essay. Next paragraph. First sentence says, today's world seems unimaginable without plastic. This versatile material can be found in a variety of products from clothing, household items, to construction components. Many different types of plastic exist today. But there's one thing they all have in common. All are made of polymers. So you can see that from this sentence here, we know that we're going to talk about what plastic is made up of. That is called a topic sentence. It's a sentence usually early in the introduction, often the first sentence, that tells us what this paragraph is going to be about, and it matches together with what the forecast says. Makeup of plastic, plastics are polymers. Okay, so we're getting into the makeup of plastic. The next paragraph is supposed to be about the production of plastic. Let's see what happens in the next paragraph. Plastic production has continued to rise over the course of the past half century. She told us that she was going to talk about plastic production as the second body paragraph, and here she has done it right here. Her topic sentence, her first sentence, tells us what's coming up in the paragraph, and it matches perfectly with the forecast. The forecast finally says we're going to learn about the amount of plastic waste that reaches the ocean in the third body paragraph. Risk of plastic entering the ocean depends on the way it is managed. Okay, plastic entering the ocean. In the topic sentence, and amount of plastic waste that reaches the ocean is in the forecast. Perfectly well organized essay. So as you can see, your forecast and your topic sentences of your body paragraphs and the topics, the ideas, the main ideas of the body paragraphs should tie very tightly together and agree with each other. The last thing you need to do in your essay to organize it is to restate the thesis and the forecast in the essay. In this essay, the thesis is restated. You can see in this final sentence, for this reason it is important to look at plastic production as a global problem. That is a restatement of the thesis in the introduction, which said plastic is a significant problem that is rapidly expanding all over the world. So the thesis has been restated in the conclusion just to remind the reader what the point of the paper was. The last step that should be here, but is actually missing, is a restatement of the forecast. We should have some kind of a summary of the three main points that were covered in the paper, which were plastic materials, plastic production, and plastic waste in the ocean. But they aren't really mentioned here, and so that's one small mistake in the example essay. You should be doing that, though, in your conclusion. Restate the thesis, restate the forecast. Don't copy and paste them, reword them, and include them in your conclusion along with a wrap-up of the paper. So that's how you organize an essay overall.